You say you want wealth, you say you want peace, you say you want freedom, but you rehearse brokenness every single day. You rehearse it in your words, in your thoughts, in your reactions. You rehearse it when you say, "That's too expensive," when you joke about being broke, when you expect struggle before it even arrives. You have become fluent in brokenness. It's the language that you speak. Scarcity, guilt, survival. That's all you know. And you don't even realize how much you've normalized it, how much you practice being small. So let's change that. You rehearse brokenness when you constantly lower your standards because you're afraid to stand out. You rehearse brokenness when you pretend to be okay with less just so no one says you're too much. You rehearse it when you stay in chaos because peace feels too uncomfortable. You see, you can't hold wealth if you're addicted to struggle, and you can't attract abundance if you're identifying with lack. Here's what that looks like in practice. You get that paycheck and you instantly say, "Oh, it's already gone, girl." You scroll through all of the things you love and keep saying, one day, instead of asking yourself, what do I need to do to be able to afford this now? You say you're tired of being overwhelmed, yet you fill your day with every single task so you don't have to sit with yourself. That's not discipline, that's dysfunction disguised as being normal. But it's not your fault. You see, you've been programmed to nurture everyone else but yourself, to pour until you're empty, to shrink so everyone else feels safe. But that's not strength, that's survival. So it's time to start rehearsing wealth. And no, I don't mean designer bags and luxury cars. I mean identity. Wealth is a posture. It's a way of moving through life. Wealth looks like self-respect. It sounds like gratitude instead of complaint. It feels like calm instead of chaos. You start rehearsing wealth when you ask yourself, how would a wealthy woman move today? Would she be in a rush? Would she beg for attention? Would she spend her energy explaining her worth to somebody who already knows it but chooses not to acknowledge it? No. She would move with intention. She would protect her peace like it's currency. She would create space for overflow. You can start small. One clean space, one nice meal, one habit that reminds you that you deserve better. Because wealth is not what you chase, it's what you prepare for. You see, at some point you have to decide. Either you go after the life that you want or you settle for the one that's given to you. There's no in between. You don't get to rehearse brokenness and expect wealth. You have to embody what you desire before it even arrives. You can't keep saying you want more while living a life believing that you don't deserve it. This isn't about money, it's about self-concept. When you decide to stop displaying struggle culture, you can step into your power. And that's when you realize you've never been waiting on money, you've just been waiting on permission. And you are the only person who can give that to yourself. But here's the truth that most people avoid. You can't embody wealth without healing the trauma associated with it. Because many women were taught that wealth makes you selfish, that wanting more makes you greedy, that success will isolate you. So you learn to dim your light to feel loved, to spend less so no one calls you bougie, to overwork because rest feels like guilt. That is unhealed survival. Healing those wounds means teaching your nervous system that safety exists in abundance. It means that letting your body know that peace won't be taken from you when you start thriving. It's rewriting a story. I can be wealthy and kind. I can be powerful and feminine. I can be seen and still be safe. Heal by becoming the version of you who no longer flinches when good things happen to you. You heal by holding gratitude without the fear of loss. You heal by trusting that expansion doesn't mean abandonment. It means evolution. Because wealth isn't just something that you earn, it's something that you allow. Wealth has a language and you have to learn it. It's the language of boundaries, of gratitude, of patience, consistency, and discipline. It's not too loud, it's not too rushed, it's calm, it's grounded, it's sure. I know you've heard it before, but wealth doesn't chase, it attracts. It multiplies where it's at peace. So study it. Study how wealthy women think, how they carry themselves, how they speak. They don't compete, they create. They don't beg, they build. They don't prove, they become. And if you're wondering where to find them, start looking where wealthy women gather quietly. You'll find them in rooms that require intention, not invitations, at early morning Pilates classes, at charity events, investment meetups, art galleries, women wellness retreats. They are the women reading books, listening to financial podcasts, and having conversations that stretch beyond gossip. Ones that are about vision, legacy, and strategy. They hang out in places that require self-awareness to enter, not just money. Because true wealth attracts environments that feel calm, elevated, and purposeful. And the more you immerse yourself in those places, physically or digitally, the more fluent you become in the energy of wealth. Remember, luxury isn't about labels, it's about discernment. It's about knowing what your energy deserves and what it doesn't. You can't speak the language of wealth if all you study is lack. Change your environment, change your habits, change your narrative. So yes, it's true. Women deserve wealth. Not just in your bank account, but in your relationships, your body, your mind, and your peace. You've mastered brokenness long enough. Now it's time to speak the language of abundance. You're not meant to struggle. You are meant to expand. So start rehearsing wealth and watch how your entire life changes. If this video resonated with you, comment below, I deserve wealth, and I'll see you in the next one.